One. We are here in the method room, in the Pill Method Club, and this is how to pay off mortgages in 7 years. We're excited to get started. This is episode number 69, almost 70 episodes. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. So, Jared, let's go ahead and kick us off, man.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. Welcome to the best room on Clubhouse, the room that is going to secure your future and really blow your mind. How to pay off in 7 years. This is not clickbait. This is an asset where you can take a 30 to 40-year mortgage and pay off in 7 to 9 years. Not only can you pay off your mortgages, but you can pay off credit card debt, student loan debt, car loan debt, anything with interest associated with it. The method where you pay off the right amount of payment at the right time to get the most cost saved. And this method could save you 75% of your lifetime interest cost. So if you've never been in this room before and you're like, this is the P, the I, the L, and the L stand for, go to the greenhouse at the top if you're on Clubhouse, click that greenhouse, follow this club, but also open up that about description and read a little Cliff Notes preview into what the P.I.L.L method is. This will help you understand what kind of questions you can ask. In this 2-hour room, we love questions. The more questions, the more active. Not only the more that you get out of it, because you're able to ask questions about your 10-year, a 30-year. Should I make a huge down payment? Spread it out over payments on my principal and my mortgage payments. You'll be able to ask questions, but the action in the back end is going to help you, the audience, as well. To even help the audience more, Don is in the studio live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where you can actually see Don's big pearly whites and his excitement as he puts the numbers on the screen. So he'll be showing you the cost calculator, the amortization schedule, and actually showing you how making a certain payment cancels lines of interest. And those lines represent months. Those months turn into years, and those years turn into money you've been spending to the bank, and you can redirect that to your children's inheritance, investments that make money, more real estate, more importantly, things that go in life, vacations, that new watch that you wanted. So this is a really game-changing room. Excited for you to be here. If you want to see Don in the studio live as you're in Clubhouse, you can watch Don, listen to Don Clubhouse on your phone, and you can slide over to an iPad, a laptop, a desktop. If you're at your home or you got another device nearby, go to that device, open up the browser, type in ice10kvideos.com. Once you click enter, you'll be brought onto Don's YouTube channel. Love for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, but find the box that says live with a picture on it. Click that one. A commercial will appear. Go ahead and skip that commercial, and you'll have Don on the screen with that live example, and that will be super helpful in terms of understanding the concept of this room. If you need the instructions written down so you can figure it out slowly, check out the chat, and in the chat, put in information how to connect with Don's team, how to get the 10K card once you buy the book, and other information that we'll be sharing. If you have questions, make sure you raise your hand and come on. Like I said, we love you. So if you can't come on stage because you're at work or you're in a loud area, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, we'd love for you to share the space, but we want you to interact as well. If you have a question and you can't make it into the Clubhouse room, type that in the chat. We will make sure to add you to the queue in the same order, raise their hands. So again, really excited for this. Would love for everybody to click that share button and share this room into the hallway. We've had 3 shares so far. What I'm going to do is just show you 3. I'm going down to share on Clubhouse. And then I'm going to put some fire emojis because this is about to be some always. Now you see that 3 turn into a 4. Will a 4 turn into a 10, 15, then into 20? So everybody, let's share this life-changing information to the hallway so that you can change one person's life with this really, really, really powerful information. So with that being said, we're going to go through moderator introductions in a bit. Before we do, I'd love for the man of the hour to tell a little bit about what you're going to experience this in this room and what the P.I.L.L is. So Don, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, Jared. P.I.L.L method stands for prepayment.
And Don, you just have to have a little more so I mute you.
All right, listen, as my sound, because I am having some little technical, so you let me if something is not right. I'm going to get it fixed in the first part of the show as opposed to the latter part of the show. So how am I sounding now, everybody?
There's a slight amount of static, but it sounds much clearer than it did before. Out of 10K, keep me honest. What do you guys think?
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to.
It sounds better.
All right. Here's what I'm.
Better.
All right, but if there's still some static, I think I'm going to fix. So I'm going to go ahead and do other moderator outro, the intros. I'm going to back the end. I'm going to reboot my computer. So everybody who is everybody who is streaming, I'm going to be gone for a second. Just let her know. But I think to reboot my computer, and by the time you get that done, okay.
All right, so we'll kick it off. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Jared Albritton. I've been in the tech space for over 15 years, and
running, telling you people how to, letting people know how they can eliminate up to 75% of the interest that the bank wants them to pay. Did you realize that this has been going on for 88 years? And right now we are getting the truth out to people so that they can know that they don't have to do it the same old way anymore, giving the bank more money than they need to purchase their property, their education, their cars. Anything that you use loans for, you can cut your interest cost by 50 to 75%, thereby paying off all of your debt in an average of 7 to 9 years instead of 30 years to never. We're hearing from people all over the country about how this is helping them, how it's inspiring them. We got an email just the other day of a gentleman that said, "Thank you very much. We paid off $307,000 of our mortgage in just 3.6 years, and we did not need to make more money. We did not sacrifice lifestyle," meaning they were able to still go on vacation. They were still able to enjoy themselves. They were able to live an exciting and eventful lifestyle while they were getting out of debt. How did that happen? Because instead of them cutting back on their lifestyle, they cut back on the amount of interest that they pay. Oh my goodness. What a fabulous concept. And listen, Jared, I'm excited to get into some of that today.
Yes. So who is going to be our first question of the day? Would love for somebody in the room, whether it's Michelle all the way down to Bam. Anybody want to raise your hand and ask a question, feel free to do so. Don, how is your streaming service looking right now?
Not good. I can't share anything on the screen. That I'm still having problems here.
All right. Well, at least we can maybe do it the old school way for
Okay.
at least this first question, and just kind of talk through it.
Okay.
But we have a question that just came into the stage. So really appreciate that. Alicia, thank you so much for coming to the stage. Really appreciate it. You help families save money and have convenience for shopping everyday household products. Love that. If you're interested in that, make sure you give Alicia a follow. Check out what she's about. But Alicia, thank you for coming to the stage. Please let us know what your question is. And Alicia, if you're speaking,
there we go. Sorry about that. Good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me up on the stage. I've been in your guys' room here a few times now, and I've really enjoyed what I've gotten. And every single time that I'm in here, I'm like, where's my paperwork for my mortgage? Because I want him to do the breakdown for my mortgage. So really, that was just my question here is like, I haven't been able to like tune in for a full couple of hours, but maybe today I will be able to. But I have my paperwork here in front of me, and I just thought, I know he runs a lot of numbers, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna ask my question if he would just run my numbers and see what he's got to say about this. So I'm all about, saving money and being able to put that money into, generational wealth for my family in the future. And I think that the method, you're onto something, and it's super smart. So I just want to say thank you so much for educating people and how they can really stretch their dollar. I think that's important in today's world. And education is power. So thank you so much, you guys, for just hosting this room and helping people abroad. So my question really is, and I typed it I thought Clubhouse must have changed some things, but I thought that there was a question like you could chat or whatever, but I'm not seeing it, and maybe I don't have the right update. But anyways, I did send you a message, Jarrett, with my question, but I was able to pop up here. So I have an outstanding principal of $355,000, and I have a 30-year fixed loan, and my interest rate is 2.375. So I'd be curious to know what Don has to say about that.
All right,
Thank you.
Alicia, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the screen. Jared, what I think I need to do is I need to shut down my Chrome and bring it back. But Alicia, while we're doing that, tell me a little bit about your mortgage again?
What would you like to know?
And
It's three.
okay,
Go ahead.
how much did you borrow at first?
I believe it was. I think it was like. I want to say it was 360, but that doesn't seem right. I mean, we've been in our house for just over a year and a half, so maybe it was 380,
All
somewhere
right.
around there.
Let's do that because see what we're going to be going over is some basic information, and if you can give me anything that's close to what's right, we can give you an idea of what's going on. All right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
$380,000. Was it? It's a 30-year loan, right?
It's a 30-year loan. Yeah,
Interest rate
2.375.
2.375. Okay. So
And
2.3.
By the way, I posted Alicia's information in the chat.
All right. And Alicia, have you ever refinanced this mortgage?
No, I have not.
Okay, so 2.375, and so on $380,000, we have a what? Let's see, we have a payment, principal and interest payment of 1476.88. That does not include taxes and insurance. Okay, and if you're okay, there you go.
I've got. Are we going off of? Okay, because my.
So we're just talking about the principal and interest payment, because
Right.
if you're escrowing taxes and insurance, the payment is going to be different. But taxes and
My
insurance.
principal is actually $696 is what it says here.
Okay, I'm talking about principal and interest.
Oh, principal and interest. I've got 696 and 702.
Okay, and when you add it up,
I don't have a calculator in front
okay,
of me.
let me do that for you. Okay, give it to me. Give that to me.
Principal 696.22
696.22.
and the interest is 702.93.
702.9. Oops. Back up. 93 equals 1399.15. So if I take that 1399.15, I can tell you within just about 10 cents where your loan started. Okay.
Okay.
All right. 1399.15. 1399.15. 99. All right. And 1399.15, 1399.15. And so your loan started out.
Is that what happened?
Okay, shoot. Here we go. 1399. There we go. All right. Okay, your loan started out right around 360,000. Okay, 360,000. So you were right the first time around. Okay,
Okay, perfect.
360,000. Now, what do you want to know about your loan?
I want to know how to pay it off quicker.
Okay, how long have you been in it?
It will be 2 years in November.
2 years in
So-
November. Okay.
So we're about what, a year and a half?
All right.
So?
I think my computer is warming up. I think it just didn't like the weather. All right. So I am now able to put this on the screen. Amen, everybody. Here we go.
Amen.
All right. All right. So your stuff is on the screen right now. So if you are on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, are you able to see our example on the screen?
I'd have to hop off
Okay, that's okay.
because I'm on my phone.
Oh yeah, you would want to go to a computer or laptop or tablet or something like that. But let me describe it to you. Tell me.
Let me,
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm trying to get my son to school, so I'm multitasking
Oh,
here. I probably should have waited to come back
that
on
that
stage, but
that's quite all right. How long have you been into your mortgage?
about a year and a half.
About a year and a half. That would be 18 payments. Okay, so let's just say it was 18 payments. Okay, so if we do
Okay.
that, do you realize you've paid your mortgage down by $12,569.83 in 18 payments? Congratulations. But it
Yes, I
cost,
think yeah, you're somewhere around there because I've got year to date. Well, it says paid year to date 12,460, but I guess that's including my taxes and insurance as well.
okay?
But it
So
doesn't tell me what payment I'm on.
but
But
here's
yeah.
the interest portion. $12,614.87.
Hmm.
Almost the same amount of interest that you've paid in principal. That's $25,000 paid out. And that's
Wow.
just on the principal and interest, not including the taxes and insurance.
Right.
Okay? So here's what I'm
Right.
asking. Paying down your mortgage by $12,000. Here's how your payments started out. Right around $686.65 going to principal, $712.50 going to interest. So when you're making your payment, how fair is it that you're making, out of all the money you're paying, only $686.65 of that is going to paying down the loan, but 712 goes to the bank for lending you the money?
It's not fair at all.
No, it's not. It's not fair at all. So to pay down your loan, we got to give the bank $712. Now, tell me this: have you been rounding up the payments at all? Just making sure that the instead of what you normally would pay, you're giving just a little bit more every now and then.
We haven't this time around. On our last mortgage, we made two payments a month, and that made an extra payment a year, which greatly helped us. But with everything that's been going on, we haven't been able to get to that point again with
Okay.
this mortgage.
All
So,
right. So let me give you just a little bit of history on that. It doesn't take much money at all to save a ton of interest.
okay.
I'm going to give you an example of that. So let's go back to payment number two. Payment number two, you have $688 going to principal and $711.14 going to interest. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So since you can't do it, you're getting little ones ready for school. I'm going to pull up my calculator on my phone. All right? And
Okay.
the amount of interest that you would pay in month two is $711.14. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of principal you would pay in month two is $688 and a penny. All right.
Okay.
Now, if we're in month one and you look at your amortization schedule and you say, "Oh, I can I don't have to wait till month 2 to give the bank $688 and a penny. I can give it to them if I have it, I could give it to them in month 1 on top of my regular mortgage payment." Follow so far?
Yeah. So you're saying basically that I could pay like double? Is that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah, it's not exactly double because we're just looking at the principal payment. Right now, I'm not trying to explain to you what you can do. I'm explaining
okay.
what would happen when you pay extra and you are paying 13 payments a year. You know that you were saving time and you know it was saving interest, correct?
Right. Yes.
You just didn't know how much.
Right.
I'm going over how people can know how much.
Okay, got you.
Okay? So if you
Got
were
it.
to pay the $688 and a penny early, you don't have to pay the $711.14 on that line of your amortization schedule. Did you know that?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Okay, you can completely eliminate line 2 on your amortization schedule with $688 and a penny if you pay it
Hmm.
early before
Okay.
the next payment is due. Payment number 2
Oh,
is
I see what you're
gone.
saying.
Payment number 2 is
Okay, I
wiped
got
out
you.
for only $688 and a penny.
Okay, got
What's
you.
what's your total mortgage payment, if I may ask?
My total mortgage payment is 1780 and 7 cents.
All right. Now, when some people think of making a double payment, they're thinking I got to come up with $3,400.
Yeah.
No. All you need to do is come up with 688. And you eliminate one line from your mortgage schedule. So you turn 360 payments into 359 payments instantly with only $688 and a penny. And you save $711 in interest you never have to pay. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
So now let's take a look at this. I am going to take my $688 and say, you know what? What if I don't have $688? What if I only have half of that? So I'm going to divide my
Right.
$688 by 2. And now I only have $344. What if I paid that? You know that $711, I would save half the $700 in interest. Is it still worth it?
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
So we're going to divide my $711 by 2, and I'm saving $355 in interest I don't have to pay. How about that?
Wow.
Well, now,
Wow.
listen, I don't have $344. Guess what I have? Half of that. Divided
Hmm.
that by 2. I only have $172 now.
Hmm.
So how much interest am I saving now? We're going to divide my interest by 2. I'm saving $177 in interest I never have to pay. Is that still worth
Wow.
it?
Yes.
Well, you know what I'm going to do next, don't you? I'm going to take my
You're going to
172.
divide it by 2.
I get so happy when I do this. I'm going to divide my $172 by 2. Do you think I can find $86 somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. I give the bank an extra $86, and I'm saving about $88 in interest I never have to pay for $86.
Wow.
One more time. Divide it by 2. I have $43. $43, just as much as $43 applied to principal the right way, can save me $44 in interest, $44.45 in interest I never have to pay.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you
Wow.
something. If you were to take your entire budget and say, I don't want to restrict my family, I just want to know what we're spending. What if you just take your budget and just started, tracking? So I track my budget. How much am I spending on food? How much am I spending on electricity on average? How much am I spending on gasoline on average? And we start tracking that. And then we come up with a basic budget of this is about how much I spend on everything each month. Do you know it's
Hmm.
much easier to find out how much money you have left after all the bills are paid? Because now you're just tracking it.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I have how much I make. I'm going to put in how much I'm actually spending. So now you get a really good look at how much we're spending for our family. And guess what's going to be at the top of your list? How
Your
much we're
mortgage.
spending on the family for fun.
Mm.
Not at the bottom, at the top.
Yeah.
So we're going to figure out, listen, we got memories to make. Your children, how old?
I have one. He's 4.5.
4.5. See, 4.5 doesn't want to hear mommy and daddy. So the 4.5 doesn't want to hear we can't afford that.
Right.
Okay? 4.5 doesn't understand we can't afford that, son.
Right.
So we're going to put it into the budget how much we're going to spend on making memories. Ta-ta-da-da. Not like some people who said, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, can't go on vacation, can't live life to the full because you got debt.
Right.
Take all of your money, throw it at the debt, and once the debt is paid, you can then live life to the full. But by then, your 4.5 is 19.
Right. For real. Don't blink.
Come on, exactly. And he says, and this is the view of money that they have all their life. You know, I wanted to do stuff. I wanted to go to travel football. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. But you know what? We had to get out of debt, son. Debt is a monster. We got to attack it. No, what you want people to understand is that interest is the problem. And even we can't do anything once we negotiate the price of the house. After you sign the contract, there's nothing you can do. The house is the house. The only thing you can do is cut your interest cost by 75%. On your 2.375 interest rate, do you know the bank wants $143,693.87 in interest on your $360,000 loan? That's not 2.375. That's 30.
No,
That's 39.915% of that number. Almost 40% of what you borrowed, the bank wants you to pay in interest.
wow.
Do you know you can cut that by 75%? Ooh. With the money that you have, with the money you're making now. All you have to do is figure out how much we want to pay for our lifestyle. Lifestyle is first. Then second, how much are we putting away in savings? Okay? Because you got to, you got retirement savings to take care of and whatever, college to, save for. How much we're putting away in savings. The next thing we have to pay for is what are the minimum payments on the debt? You got to put at least the minimum payments on the debt away. Okay? Got to pay that. Then the next thing on our list is making sure that food, gasoline, clothing, electricity, just the regular stuff, cable, cell phone, whatever else you have to pay, that's your regular bills, insurances, things like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Once we take care of those four things, that's everything. That's everything. All right? And then if we track it, it's easier to see that there's money left over because we see that all the bills are paid. When all the bills are paid, and number one bill is the satisfaction of our family having spent money on ourselves to have fun, then psychologically, we feel okay to stop spending when all the bills are paid and put that money in savings.
Yep.
And do you realize that that money can build up very quickly over 3 or 4 months?
Yes.
And then we can take that money to attack the debt aggressively.
Yes.
With money out of savings, not the money that we need for our family to feel safe and secure and have some fun.
Yes.
Oh, I'm loving this. All right. So I'm going to ask you to share something with me. What is your best guess if you just paid minimums on everything? About how much could be left over after all the bills were paid if nothing went wrong?
My husband does all of the bills, so
Right.
I don't really know.
I understand. I'm just going to put a number in there for you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just say $1,000
Okay.
after all the bills are paid. So we can put $1,000 away. Do you know in 4 months we could have about $4,000 sitting in the savings account? $4,000 applied to this loan and principal would knock off 6 payments and save over $4,000 in interest. money
Be
just
amazing.
sitting in the bank
Yeah.
after we've had fun and paid all the bills.
Right.
And then we could take some money out of the savings account. I'm telling you, this is a great way. Do you know I've talked to people who have done this method and just tracked their spending, and then they found out, you know what, Don? We have more money in the bank than we ever had. Do you know what the main thing that steals money from the bank, so it steals your savings? It
No.
is email. Email steals your savings. And
Okay, please explain.
I knew you were going to ask me.
I'm curious because I got a lot of emails.
Okay. All right. One of those emails you receive is when your checking account gets to a certain point, you get an email alert that says, put more money in your checking account. Because in the old days when I was growing up, we had to keep a check register. We would write in how much we're actually spending out of our checking account each month. I start out with a certain amount, and then when I buy $100 worth of groceries, then I would subtract that $100 from my checking account. So I always knew how much money I had. Do you know we don't know how much money we have on any given day because we're not tracking it that closely? All we're relying on is maybe an email alert or a text alert that says your bank account has gotten to a certain point, and we go online and we transfer money from our savings account into the checking account. That's what we do instead of tracking how much we're spending. And so we're never quite sure when all the bills are paid. We just keep spending, and it feels like paycheck to paycheck. But it's really not. It just feels that way. I had one lady who called us up. It says, Don, I want to see about your program, but it says here I need to put down my discretionary or how much money I have left after paying the bills. And I said, yes. And she says, well, what if I don't have any money left? I said, well, let me ask you, are you able to pay all of your bills every month from your income? She said, yes. I said, are you using any savings to pay your bills each month? She said, no. Are you using credit cards? Are your credit card balances increasing just to pay your bills each month? She said, no. I said, then you have money left over. You just don't know how much it is. So I gave her a budget sheet. So on that budget sheet, she has to put down how much, the cable costs, how much food costs, she went through all that. And we waited to get that back. And then when she finally called, she says, I had to do the budget sheet 3 times. And I said, well, why did you have to do it 3 times? She says, every time I fill out how much I make and how much I actually need to spend to pay all the bills, it showed that I had $2,000 left over. She had no idea where that money was going each month. $2,000.
That's crazy.
Email was stealing her $2,000. When she found that out, that she could put in her lifestyle money and pay all of her bills and live well, she was able to put several $1,000s away and then start attacking her debt aggressively and paying everything off in 7 years. How about that?
Sounds amazing.
So
I got a question for you.
Go right ahead.
So when you're making, if you're making an extra payment, like towards principal, like you're saying, like, even if it's just $43 or $75 or whatever, is that something that you can tack on to your mortgage, or is this something that, generally speaking, we should do a separate payment, and like you have to let your mortgage company know that you want this to go straight towards principal?
What a great question. Number one, you're right. You need to find out how your particular bank or mortgage company wants you to do what's called a principal prepayment, giving the bank more money over and above your regular payment before the next payment is due. So we have to find out how your bank wants to receive that money. That's number one. Number two, it's not something you want to do every month. You want to figure out how much money you need to pay, a specific amount, so that you can eliminate not just any old amount of interest, but the most amount of interest that you can save per dollar. What does that mean? What if we could figure out that for every dollar you apply, you could save $4.50 in interest for every dollar? That would be a tremendous amount, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But by not knowing the exact amount, it goes from $4.50 to $2.50 for every dollar. That's still a great amount, but it's not optimum. It's not the most you could save. But if you don't have a way of tracking, how would you know if you're saving $2.50 for every dollar or $4.50 for every dollar if you have no idea how much interest you're saving when you apply those dollars? That's what we bring to the marketplace so that you can always know how much you're saving. How would you like to know what is the right amount for your family, the right amount of money to save in your savings account, what month to tap that money in your savings account, how much to bring out of that savings account to the penny, what month to pay it on, what month to pay it in, what day of the month to pay it on, and which loan to attack so that you can save the maximum amount of interest per dollar. And you just follow it like a financial GPS system. Do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
How would you like that instead of just guessing?
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody likes to guess, Yeah, for sure. That's having it all set out for sure. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking it's tax season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people take their taxes and go have fun, or some people pay off debt or whatever. But even if you could take, part of it
Mm-hmm.
and apply it, it would be worth it,
Yes.
So yeah,
Sure. One of those letters you're going to get at tax time, and you've probably already gotten it. How much interest you paid on your mortgage this year?
Yeah.
Over $8,000 in interest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they're going to tell you. And in 2 years, once you in that mortgage for 2 years, it'll be $16,719. And so what we're doing is showing you there's a way to give the bank back their money in a way that you're not paying all that interest. So, do you have any other questions for me before I do one more piece of math for you?
Nope, that's it, I think.
Okay, so if the bank wants you to pay $143,000 in interest, how would you like to pay? I'm just kind of guessing here. Let's see, based on what we've done in the past, how would you like to pay $47,000, around $45,000 instead of the $143,000 they want?
Heck yeah.
How would you like to do that without having to make any more money?
Yeah.
How would you like to do that and still go on vacation every year?
Let's do it. For sure.
Okay.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So here's what you do. You go to ice10klive.com. It's pinned at the top, okay? Ice10K.
Yep, I got you.
All right. And then you click on the button that says Get a Savings and Earnings Report and put all your information in there. We will then tell you how much interest you will save and the month, day, and year you could be debt-free on everything, not just the mortgage.
Oh, wow.
But if you have a mortgage, and if you have some student loans, and if you have a couple of car loans, and you've got some credit cards to throw in, maybe that loan you got to put up the fence, all of that stuff, put it all in, and we pay off all of these debts in an average of 7 to 9 years for most of our clients. Some of them are a little less than 7 years. Some of them are a little more than 9 years. But I'm telling you, It's way better than the alternative where 9 out of the 10 people you know will never pay off a mortgage. What do you say?
I say, amen. Bring it on.
All right. Well, thank you for coming to the stage and bringing your
Thank
question,
you.
Alicia. You listen. You are
Yeah.
so welcome. You helped a lot of people today.
Well, I appreciate what you're doing too, and I'm going to look greater into this because I feel, like you're onto something here, and there's a method to the madness, and I feel very blessed that I don't have tons and tons of debt.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest one is my mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, just being able to have that schedule of knowing, just every dollar has a name and knowing where it goes is
Mm-hmm.
a huge benefit. And I said something to somebody yesterday. I said, if you throw willy nilly out there, you're going to get willy nilly back. And so if you're throwing your money willy nilly around, like just paying this and paying this and paying this, like you said, the lady was kind of doing,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying, I don't have any money left, you're going to get willy nilly back. And so if you can really put a name to the dollar or a destination to where it goes,
Mm-hmm.
it's the bigger picture is there. And then you really see the guidelines that you need to follow. So, just so grateful for you and what you guys are doing up here to educate people. So thank you so much. And I will be going to ICE 10K Live to get connected with you and see your program there. So I appreciate you so very much. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day and look forward to learning more from your room. I am complete. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. If you have time, do you have 30 more seconds? Because I have one last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you in your forever home right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so yeah, I'll give you a little. I'll give you a little secret. I had one client, and I met them right out of college in 2008, and 6.5 years later, by the time before they were 30 years old, they paid off their first mortgage in 6.5 years. They rented out that house and bought another house. They paid that house off and bought another house. So now they got 2 rentals. The third house is going to be paid off in about 1.5 years. And they're coming to Nashville to my seminar to tell their story. 3 houses
Wow.
paid off since 2008, and they're living well while they're doing it. And we have a conference coming up in Nashville on May 20th through the 22nd, and the Rosenblum family is going to be there telling their story about how they were able to pay off pay off 3 houses in that amount of time, and then take that extra interest that they saved and invest it in creating generational wealth for their family. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, that
That's
part.
so awesome.
That part.
That gives me goosebumps.
That could be you.
That could be me. Amen.
All right.
I'm with you there. I would love to do that. I keep telling my husband, I'm like, I keep looking at these houses in different, states and different things like that. And it's like, oh man, I'm like, people are going to always need houses.
Yes.
Houses are always going to be a need.
Yes.
And, the rental, not everybody's in the market to buy. And so, that's our long-term game, is that we'd like to be able to have, at least one, income from a rental that can have some sort of a residual. And, if you can have it paid off, hey, that's even better, because a lot of times people in the market, they get in trouble because they're like, well, at least if I can just get my mortgage paid, then it's a bonus, right? Because then they're, the renters are paying your mortgage. But if it, and that's the game there, that you want them to be able to, pay your mortgage so you're not out anything, but to be able to have it paid off and have 100% of that money going into something else sounds even better.
Wow, that's called cash flow. And I know somebody
You
on
do?
the I know somebody's on the stage that knows exactly what you're talking about. Her name is RB the Realtor. RB, are you in the house? But she's probably helping somebody else right now doing exactly that. So when RB, when you come back, please flash your mic. But Jared, so Alicia, thank you so much for coming to the stage and letting us use your example to not only help you, but you definitely helped others. I'm looking forward to talking with you again, maybe as one of our clients.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Jared, back to you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Alicia, for that interaction. Super helpful for the audience. And if you want to be like Alicia and come on stage and ask a question, feel free to come on stage, raise your hand. We love questions. We got about an hour left. As you can see, the room goes by really fast. So go ahead and raise your hand, come on stage, and we will bring you right up. All right. And also make sure that you click on Don's profile and give him a follow. If you have not followed Don right now, you don't want to miss the rooms that he's in. You're always curated by who you follow. So by following Don and clicking that always on notification, you'll be put into the best financial advice and real estate rooms on Clubhouse. And also by following the moderators on stage, Kenyatta, 10K Cards, Credit Goddess, Coffee Brown, RB, Aaron, Cleo, etc. They're going to open up some amazing rooms for you on Clubhouse as well. So make sure to click on everyone's bio, give them a follow. So your Clubhouse experience, whenever you log in, has more substance and more tangible educational advice to help you make money, save money, learn more about real estate, learn more about government contracts, and put you in a better position to have abundant lifestyle. So, Don, with that being said, I see that we have a new person on stage, Faria. Faria, we are going to get to you as soon as possible. But real quickly, I would love for some of the moderators that have joined to do a quick 30-second introduction so that we can make sure we get to Faria quickly. But we want to make sure that we acknowledge everyone on stage. Thank you so much for supporting the road. So with that being said, we're going to go in PTR order. 10K Cards, are you back around? Last time we called on you, you weren't available. All right, he's still with the kids. How about Credit Goddess?
Yes, I am here. Hey, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My name is Rose Laura Lewis, also known as Credit Goddess. I'm all things credit, credit score improvement strategist, business credit consultant, and I'm here to support the room as always because this is one of the methods on creating generational wealth. By saving on that interest cost, well, we can make more money, babies. Is that what it's all about?
There you go.
So I'm glad that Don is here continuously providing this information, and I'm always here to back him up and all of the other moderators that also support this content. So thank you guys so much for being here.
All right, Coffee Brown is typically with their students in the morning, but everybody make sure you click on Coffee's profile and check out all the amazing things that she does, and check out her 10K card, KOFFE10K.com. RB.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy to be here with the crew this morning. My name is. Hey, Don, how are you feeling today?
Just fine, RB. How are you?
I'm doing well. Actually on the road, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm on the highway already. Early morning start. You know how we do it.
All right.
So my name is RB, licensed realtor in the state of New York and Connecticut. Also a buy and hold investor on the residential multifamily side, and a landlord operating in the long-term and short-term rental space. More importantly, I have a passion for helping people understand how to create generational wealth through the acquisition of real estate. To that end, I participate in conversations such as this that provide value, and also do a couple of givebacks. Then they're free. The first one is a first-time home buyer seminar, which is taking place on May 1st. If you're interested, all you have to do is click on my 10K card, rb10k.com, or either go to the link in my Instagram bio. Hopefully you guys are already following, and click in that link and you'll be able to attend. It's free of charge, going through all of the steps from start to finish, from financial preparedness to credit repair to also the process, right, of being a first-time home buyer. In addition to that, we have an event that's coming up, a live event, because we really do believe in our community. All real estate entrepreneurs, investors, and any
We
work
lost
in Manhattan, New York. It's an after come with your business card. Can you hear me?
we hear you better now.
Okay, sorry about that. It's happening on April 21st in Manhattan, New York. It's an after work event, so it's from 5 to 10 p.m. It's free of charge. So come with your business cards, your deals, create relationships with people who are really doing phenomenal things in real estate and in business. And, just come out for a good time. Networking is the key to success in any business. And so we want for you to have access to the people that are doing great things. So hopefully I'll see you there. You can access that on my 10K card or either on the link in my bio as well. Thanks for having me. I'll add value where I can, Don.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it, RB.
All right, Aaron.
Hey, good morning, family. I'll be real quick. This is Erin Corse. Always great to be here with you all as we are all catalysts for building wealth. And the conversations are always so rich, so rich. Please click on my bio. You can learn more about who I am and what we do at Global Works Consulting Group. Ultimately, we are helping to grow businesses and also grow the CEOs. So we'd love to serve and support you all in your journey in life and business. So connect with us. My 10K card is LadyErin10K.com.
All right, Cleo, are you around? All right, yeah, check out Cleo's bio and check her out. And if you want to see the example that Don is about to break down for Faria on the screen, just go to your laptop, your iPad, or your desktop, type in ice10kvideos.com, and that'll take you to Don's YouTube channel. Choose the panel that says live, and that'll take you into the room that we're in today. Skip the commercial, subscribe to the channel, and you will be able to see Don's example live on your screen. All right. So up next, we got Faria on the stage. Thank you so much for coming up and asking a question. Please let us know what your question is. How can we help?
Hi, thanks, Jared and I and everyone on stage. I'm in the same boat with Alicia. When she was talking, I felt like she was talking about me, except that she has a 350 mortgage. I have 300, but everything else she was saying, it's like we're in the same boat. So my question was like, how can I sign up? And I want to do everything I was talking about.
Faria, how can you sign up? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, because I went through your the method thing, and can I buy the book as an audio, or do I have to buy it as a book physical?
The book comes only in two forms, as a paperback or as a digital. Because it has charts and graphs, it's kind of hard to do an audio book that way. So it doesn't come as audio. I'm so sorry. This is episode number 69. And if you want to get the same kind of content that's in the book, but more in depth, you can listen to this in your car or listen to the rebroadcast either on Clubhouse or on Twitter or YouTube or however you consume your content. You can listen to these as often as you want. So this is a good thing. So we actually get a little bit deeper than we can in the book, but get the book that gives you the basics. Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
All right. No. So if you want to sign up for our program, all you have to do is go to ice10klive.com and click on the button that says Get a Savings and Earnings Report. Fill out your information there, and someone from my staff will give you a call verify that information, and then set you up with a consultation. And you can know the month, day, and year you can be debt free on all of your debt, how much interest you can save, and how you can take that savings and interest and invest it in your own family bank, and then contribute to generational wealth of your listen. Your family will be so thankful you started this journey taking care of your money. I'm telling you, we make a lot of money, but we also spend too much of it on interest, and we don't have to. It's time out for that. This system has been going on for 88 years, folks, with people not knowing practically with knowing practically nothing about how this whole system works. It's not taught in school. Even if you're in the financial, even if you're in the financial professions, it's not taught. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? If we can know, we should know. This is why we are here, so that you can know how all of this works. Finally, you can know and stop making the banks rich and make your family rich by using that money that used to go to interest and investing it in your family. That's what we're talking about. And listen, I'm not anti-bank. I love the bank. They have money for me to borrow, to buy cars, to buy houses, to buy anything that I want to buy. But guess what? I rent my money at 75% off. And why do I say rent? Because interest is nothing more than rent on your money. So banks exist for this purpose, to rent money for as long as they can, for as much as they can. It's a business, and I don't fault them for running a business. But what we can do is be educated consumers and pay a lot less. Think of it as, what do you call that? Extreme couponing? Think of it as extreme couponing at the bank. I'm going to borrow your money. I'm going to use a coupon called the P.I.L.L method and pay you 75% less interest. And then I'll be out of debt in 7 to 9 years with your extreme coupon called the P.I.L.L method. I love it. Who's next?
All right. Who is next? That is a great question. Kirk or whoever is helping you online. Any online questions before I ask the Clubhouse audience to come on stage?
No questions right
Don,
now.
is Kirk here?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Kirk, anybody online?
But if he's talking, he's muted.
Yeah, Kirk, if you speak, we can't hear you.
No questions right now, Jared or
All right, so I'm assuming.
So yeah, I'm looking.
assuming-
Let me look online. Let me look online right quick. One of my clients just texted me, and I was looking at that. But I'm gonna look online right quick to see what we have. We have some. Let's see here. Israel says, who could we contact if we want to start the process of home buying in Texas? Okay, all right. So Israel, who you could contact is us here, the P.I.L.L method, and you would, if you go to ice10klive.com, our phone numbers are there. Everything is there. ice10klive.com, and then you can go to put in your information on the button that says get a savings report. Put in your information there. Once you put in your information there, we'll have your phone number, we'll have your contact information. We will then call you and then take it from there. Or you can also Google the P.I.L.L method because if you Google P.I.L.L method, we take up the whole first page and most of the second page, so you can easily find us. All right, so that's what's going on there. All right, and let's see what else is going on here. We have some TRE
Hey, Don, can you hear me
132
right now?
generational wealth. Here we come. The P.I.L.L method. Let's go. And I just sent a text to my. Oh, he says I can use this information. Trey interest saved since he's been on our program, folks. Okay, I'm announcing it here. I'm putting it up. See, I'm announcing it. He has 2.6 years left to pay off. He has, out of his potential $255,000 in interest we're supposed to save him, he's already saved $158,000 in interest he will not have to pay. Okay? And this is what he says. He says, this is how much time he has left. Already paid off one rental and will pay off another this year. By the end, we would have the main home, two rentals, a new car that was over $65,000. Listen, I remember when they got that car. All right, and it was obtained late 2019. We started the program on May 1st, 2019. We appreciate the blessing you are. Thank you so much, Trey. Listen, man, you need to come on in here on Clubhouse and talk with us sometime. You're probably working, but man, whenever you can, jump in here and share what you have with us. We appreciate you guys so much. Listen, folks, down to 2.6 years to pay off. Started in this time in this month in 2019. Not this month, but May of 2019. And going to be done in 2.5 years from now. How about that? Paying off all of that debt, saving, and when it's all said and done, over $250,000 in interest you will not have to pay. And guess what? The program is a lifetime program. And you could buy another house and pay that one off, and buy another one and pay that off, and put more renters in there. And so this is a gift that keeps on giving. And we thought about using the Microsoft, Bill Gates. We thought about using his system where, you know what I'm talking about, to keep on using Microsoft Word. You got to keep paying them. No, you pay for this program. Yep. You pay for this program once. All updates to the program are free for life. What? And you can keep using it to save hundreds of thousands of dollars and buy millions of dollars worth of property. You better know it. That's what we're talking about. Sit down. Why don't you run a subscription service? We could. And we thought about it. But if we did it this way, took care of our clients and not tried to nickel and dime them, do you know people appreciate that and share the P.I.L.L method with their family and friends? Because they pay for it once, and we give far more value than they ever pay in money. That's what we get. Oh, it doesn't stop there. We still provide customer service, free customer service for life. We're open 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. We give all of our clients an 800 number that they call and ask for help anytime they want. And do we ever charge them for that? Absolutely not. Because those clients continue to share their good news and their good fortune with family and friends. We would much rather work on the model of word of mouth advertising than trying to nickel and dime our clients for the rest of their lives. We don't need to. It's about service for us. And that's what we believe in. All right?
Hey Don.
There we go. All right, folks. What's next?
Hey, Don, can you hear me?
What's next?
Hey, Don.
I'm excited to keep going here.
Yeah. So, audience, we love the participation. Anybody have a question about your car loan, your student loan debt, your credit card debt, or your mortgage refinance? Should I do a 15-year, 30-year, 40-year, etc.? Feel free to raise your hand, come on stage. Be like Alicia. The more questions asked, the stronger the conversation is for everybody in the room. All right, so I see we have somebody that raised their hand. Amazing. Really excited to get to your question and to help you in whatever way we can. So, Sharni, thank you so much for coming to the stage. Please click that microphone icon in the lower right-hand corner and let us know what your question is.
Good morning, everyone. I'm a new home buyer. I just bought a house back in August. So I'm about 6-7 months in, and I bought it at an interest rate of 3.375. But the monthly payment, I feel like it's a little bit, too steep. So I was told by my mortgage lender that I could refinance after I've been in a property for a year. Honestly, I'm kind of at a point now, like where I really feel like I want to sell and downsize, and I'm just looking to see like what's the best way that I should go about doing this. Where if I did downsize, maybe I can turn this into an investment property or something of that nature.
Ah, how about that? So, Ms. Shonda, can I ask a couple of questions?
Sure.
All right. Now, a lot of people use like a spreadsheet to track their bills and everything. Are you running a spreadsheet of any kind to track your bills? How much you're spending?
I am, yes.
Okay. So if you're running a spreadsheet, probably to the penny about how much money you have left over after all your bills are paid.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have more than one debt?
When you say one debt, meaning just
Meaning
a bill
anything that carries interest, like a mortgage, car loans, credit cards. Do you have more than one debt that you're paying interest on?
No, just the house.
Just the house. That's the only one. No car payments, nothing else.
Nope.
Okay, good. So, do you have money that's left over every month?
I do, yes.
And are you still working?
I am.
Okay. Is there a chance that you're going to receive some raises in the near future, or by the time you're through working? Are you going to receive some raises along the way?
From where I'm working at now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so
in another week or so.
Okay, listen to this. Here's what's happening. Here's what I can give you some help, and you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Your mortgage payments actually gets easier to pay every time you raise. Okay, number one. Number two, if you're doing what you're doing, keeping and tracking how much you're spending, it is so much easier. Here's what happens to most people who get a raise. When they get a raise, for some reason, their expenses rise exactly that much money. Did you hear what I just said?
I did. Mm-hmm.
For some reason, their expenses rise as much as their raise. But if they're doing what you're doing and says, listen, here's what we're spending now. What if we intend to stay right there and use that raise for something else to help manage the debt? That way, the mortgage gets easier to pay as the longer you're in the mortgage. How long have you been in your mortgage?
About 7 months now.
About 7 months now. Oh, lady, don't give up on that. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it, because right now, depending on where you live, what part of the country do you live in?
I'm in Delaware.
Delaware? What? Do you know in 7 months your house is already worth more?
I do feel like the equity, it has risen. It has risen since I've been in this property.
Yes.
It has went up about 15,000.
Listen to that. In 7 months. Are you sure you want to get rid of it? Because I'm in the market to buy houses.
I guess I feel like it's just like I have a senior who's graduating this year.
Yes.
Um, and I have a 7-year-old, and the house that I live in is a 6-bedroom house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about 20 minutes from Rehoboth Beach. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess my mindset is like, should I do an Airbnb with this, or like
Okay.
if I had to? I guess I'm kind of confused. Like, I really don't need this much house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I please chime in?
Come on, sir. I was waiting for you. You go right ahead.
Okay, hi, Sarni. So
Um,
the blessing is Delaware is very, very, very great to start a business. I would love to go ahead and have a consultation with you so you can learn about all your options. I know that their commercial units and stuff is very expensive, but you already have where you will operate your business, and you have options galore. You could do Airbnb, but you can also do VA housing because that is the epicenter for VA veterans. You know, the center that's right there. I want to say it's on Maryland or something like that. Are you
yes,
familiar?
I am. Yes.
Okay. So contact me on the back channel, and I would love to help you build out a very profitable business from that house.
Awesome. Okay, I definitely will. Thank you.
Hmm.
Wow, wow, wow. Shani, listen, what do you think about that information?
That's really good. I mean, it sounds exciting. Like I said, I feel like I got into something, just really trying to buy a house for me and my children. And now I'm like, I don't need all of this, and I just want to be able to make, some money off of the property, and maybe just, I want it to be like an investment property now.
There you go.
It sounds
That's what we're talking about. Not only that, but Kenyatta can help you to do just what you're talking about. Get some investment property. Turn this into an investment property. Get you another property, and then, oh man, start your business right there. And then there's plenty of people who know how to do just that. And just because you brought that up, guess what just came to mind? There is a
what is
gentleman
it?
on this app. His name is Jay Massey. Have you ever heard of him?
No, I
You
haven't.
need to look him up. Jay Massey, the letter J, Massey. Do you know just a few years ago, he was homeless, squatting in bank owned property? Do you know he has over 400 short term rentals right now?
Wow.
400 short term rentals right now. And I don't know exactly how he did it, but do you know he didn't borrow a single dime for the bank to get any of them?
Wow.
Okay. And I know where he's going to be speaking in May. He's actually going to be speaking at my event in May called Developing a Spiritual Money Mindset. It's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, at the fabulous Gaylord Opryland Resort in Nashville. And what we're going to be talking about is having the right mindset, okay, to get to where you want to. It's not just business. It's not just another meeting. This is a whole immersive experience. We're going to have fabulous speakers on Friday. We're going to have fabulous speakers on Sunday. But in the middle, we're going to have, it's at a resort that feels like you're outdoors, but it's indoors. That's how huge it is. Oh, man. So you're able to enjoy yourself and get fabulous information on how to build out your business. Oh, no, but that's not all. If you just want to know how to build out business, you can go to a lot of other conferences. But this particular conference is how to have the right mindset to build out business. I want to play a little something for you. You tell me what you think about this, a little video that we put together that kind of explains why we're having a conference about mindset. Will you play it, please?
In these uncertain times, the pandemic is still fresh on our minds. Gas and food prices increasing, and talk of Web 3.0 and the metaverse delight some and strike terror in others. Entrepreneurs, once enthusiastic about the future, now question the calling on their life. Some will find answers online, others will turn to trends and fads, but the real solution is a change in mindset. Your mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. It influences how you think, feel, and behave in any given situation. If mindset shapes all of that, then what influences mindset? Our answer: exposure. Exposure to a new environment. Exposure to experiences from those who have seen this before. Exposure to what works for those with proven track records that what they're doing is working. P.I.L.L Method Seminars presents Developing a Spiritual Money Mindset. 3 days at the Gaylord Opryland Resort in Nashville, Tennessee, where you'll be exposed to leaders in real estate, leaders in the metaverse, leaders in building a financial legacy. Expose yourself to the top motivational speaker in the world, Dr. Eric Thomas, in person. It's all happening May 20th through 22nd. Go to ice10kevents.com to purchase your ticket today.
And even though we have speakers that are coming from all over the country talking about their expertise in building a business and a business just like yours that you want to have, we have the number one motivational speaker, the mindset guru himself. They call him E.T., the hip hop preacher. He is Dr. Eric Thomas. And here is a little bit about what kind of fire he's going to be bringing to this event. Dr. Eric Thomas, go right ahead.
This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Your grandma counting on you to do the right thing. Your mama counting on you. Your cousins, your brothers and sisters are counting on you to cash in on this opportunity. Everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. There are kids that don't get what they don't eat like you eat. They're at the same university. They don't get what you get. But with this right here, your skill set, this thing can take you wherever you want to go and then take your kids wherever you want them to go. You know how many people would die to have the gear y'all got? You know how many people would die to get on these planes and travel the world? You know how many people would die to have your life? And you got it. Let's go. You got money, but do you got that dog? Yeah, you got money, you got privilege, but do you got that dog? Do you got that stamina? So yeah, you might have something I don't have right now, but if I work hard, I can have what you have. I want you to chant it out. This is it. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. 1, 2, 3. Be phenomenal, be forgotten. 1, 2, 3. Be phenomenal, be forgotten. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Be phenomenal, be forgotten.
About is a spiritual money mindset. When we started this thing, all right, I want to talk to you about the P.I.L.L Viaduct. It is a bridge in France. It is the tallest expansion bridge in the world, the P.I.L.L Viaduct. And it's an engineering marvel. When you see anything about it, you're going to say, how in the world did they do that? And here's one thing I want to tell you. When they started that project, the technology to finish the project had not yet been invented. Lord have mercy. Okay? The technology had not been invented to finish the project when they started the project. I'm going to tell you something about having the right mindset this morning. This mindset that we're talking about, to put this kind of event on in Nashville in May. We started this thing to put this on in May. We had 2 months to do 2 years worth of work to put this thing on for you. And I want to tell you, take a look at the website here. Click on the website up here. It is beautiful. All right. All the right people are coming together to put this event together. When we first started it, all the people who we needed to have in place were not there, but they're coming together now. So we could have said, we can't start. We can't do it. All the people are not here. We don't have everything in place. But just like the P.I.L.L Viaduct in France, this thing started and they finished it ahead of schedule. And it is the most, it is still the tallest bridge in the world. And it is still there 20 years later. Folks, we're starting something here with this thing. We want you to be there. And having this type of mindset to go through what you need to go through in this time, this is why we decided to do what most people would consider the impossible. 2 years worth of work in 2 months. Not only that, but get the most popular motivational speaker in the world who is constantly busy. How did you get him? As people told me, don't even bother. It's impossible to get him. And if he was available, he's way too expensive. How can you afford him doing your very first conference? Do you know why, folks? Because of mindset. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Folks, I needed my mind renewed. I could not listen to the naysayers. I could not listen to them that says you can't get Eric Thomas. I could not listen to those who said that you don't have enough time. I could not listen to those and say it is too big, it is too soon, not now, especially in this economic climate. Folks, this was the perfect time to talk about having the right mindset in business. If we can do this, then we can show other people how they can do it too. Oh my goodness. Listen, is Sean 10K in the building? Oh my goodness. I need to have somebody else talk about, anybody on stage, can anybody talk about why we can't let inflation get in our way? Gas prices get in our way. We can't let food prices get in our way. We can't let fear get in our way. False evidence appearing real. This is why we're having this mindset. Anybody on the stage, can anybody talk about having that proper mindset? Anybody? Chime in.
Yeah, this is Jared speaking.
Come on, Jared.
Mindset is everything. Mindset's the difference between seeing things as an obstacle and quitting, and seeing things as a lesson to be learned that will help propel you towards success. You know, I'm a big believer in life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react. And being around people with the proper mindset that have been through the same adversity as you, that can inspire you and show you exactly how they had this what felt like insurmountable odds against them. But because of a mindset, because of a gratitude mindset, an abundance mindset, a perseverance mindset, they were able to overcome that and not only beat that obstacle, but attain incredible success. So what I'm excited about for this weekend, May 20th to the 22nd, is just to be in proximity with people like Dr. Eric Thomas, Jay Massey, Miss Cooper Home Loans, Jonathan Bing, Kenyatta, 10K Cards, people that have really, really abundant mindsets. And for people, they just see the success and they think, oh, they're lucky. Oh, I wish I was them, or I wish it was me. But what they don't know is the mindset that we have to help us get to where we are, allowed us to get past a lot of the no's, a lot of the roadblocks, a lot of the adversity, a lot of the rejection, a lot of the self-doubt. We all have that too, but if you have the proper mindset, you can get past that and get through anything. And what's great about this conference too is that it's not just going to be about mindset, but it's going to be about mindset and then being able to use practical steps to increase your real estate portfolio, to be a better investor. I'll be speaking about the metaverse and Web 3.0 and crypto, and how no matter how quote unquote technically not savvy you are or how scared you are to take risks, if you have the right mindset, you can take these opportunities and create generational wealth. So definitely invest in yourself. Click the link at the top, and we would love to see you there. Your network is your net worth, and the net worth in that room is going to be incredible. But more importantly, the net worth in terms of mindset is going to be infinite. So uh, that's something that I definitely want to just share with everyone is our success looks easy, but it never really actually is. The harder the accomplishment, the harder it is to get there. But the bigger your mindset, the more abundant mindset you have, the quicker you can look at things from an empowered perspective, the greater success is going to come your way. All right, back to you, Don.
Thank you. Sharni, did you get anything out of that at all?
I did. I did. Thank you guys so much. This is definitely good information. I will keep in contact.
All right. Is there anything else we could do for you today?
I think that's all. That's
All
some
right.
things to, thought about it.
Well, make sure you reach out to Kenyatta, and I'm sure you're going to find out some really good information on how you can get there. Not only that, but there are people available to you on this app that can guide you step by step. All right, that says step by step on what we're doing. Listen, I want to bring in the geek preacher. What do they call you, Kirk? The geek. Let's
Geek
try it
speaker
again.
preacher, the geek
The,
speaker preacher.
the geek speaker preacher is here, folks. Listen, Kurt, can you tell us? Because I mean, you go to a lot of conferences, and you've seen people who have on social media risen
Yeah.
from obscurity to being famous. Talk to us about the mindset that it takes to get there.
No, man. One of the things that your keynote speaker shared with a group number of years back was the idea of giving it 110, 120%. And I remember when one young man walked up to the mic and he said, this was in a college setting. So he says to him, he said, Mr. Eric Thomas, what if you don't have, you're having a bad day? What if you don't have 100% kind of day? What if you don't have that in you for that day? And he's like, yeah, I hear your question. I hear your question. And he said, the problem for many of you is that somebody told you you have the option of being able to have a non 100% type of day. That you have the option of having a day where you can chill at 40 or 50%. And especially for people of color, he went even further to say, during the slavery time, an 80% kind of day may have meant death. He said, so our people vacillated between 100 and 150% in terms of our output, in terms of our mindset, in terms of our ingenuity, in terms of our creativity, and getting to the next level, building systems, creating an entire new economy, creating an entire new country and world. All of that was built on the backs of those who had a mindset that said we can do more than what we're being asked. So I know mindset is powerful. A mindset will cause you to take the leap where others don't see an opportunity, like what Don is talking about with the conference, where others see other issues and problems, and if there's too many obstacles to overcome, yes, mindset will allow you to say, no, this is actually exactly where I need to be, exactly where I need to go. I'm excited about the conference. I'm excited about being in that space where with people, exposure. I think the way that we wrote that video, Don, the voiceover for that video, I need you guys to know that's something that Don and I came up with ourselves. But the voiceover for that video talking about the solution being exposure, getting into circles, into spaces where people who are doing the thing that you want to do are doing it well and they're willing to share that information with you. You may just even stumble into a successful mindset. You may even just trip over a tactic or a tool or technique that is going to change and shift your entire generational outlook. All of those pieces are why it's so critical to be able to be in a space where mindset is being talked about, mindset is being shared, where people who are in uh, financial positions that are better than yours, or for where people who are not in as good a position as yours. It's not just about being impacted, but also being able to impact as well. And so I love the concept of mindset. I'm glad that you're talking about it from the perspective of not only money, but also from a spiritual standpoint as well, because there's such a huge component to that. And I love the fact that you have that day of rest, of play, I should say, of rejuvenation right in the middle of the conference there. I think it's going to be
Come on.
absolutely awesome. So yeah, no, I'm excited about it, man. Looking forward to it. And I think again, if you are on the stage, or if you are on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, you are already in a space where your mindset can be shifted. That's what Don does here, literally 4 times a week. And it's just a matter of tapping in and figuring out what does this look like for my own personal thing. I'm surprised every time that we are asking for questions, because I know that there are people who have financial situations out there that they need advice on. They need to be able to hear some perspectives that are different from their own. Sometimes it could be just one question, it could be one comment that will make the difference between making a very poor decision and making the right decision, or at least just getting you the information so that you can make the decision on your own, and not having all the cards on the table. Sometimes it can be to your detriment. So I love this space that you've created, Don. I love what you continue to offer here consistently with the Pill method. And I'm excited about the conference. Something to be said about being in person, rubbing shoulders with people, deepening those relationships and connections. Jared said it before, your network is your net worth. And it cannot be overstated that when you have these people in your Rolodex, you can pick up the phone and call somebody who has expertise in a given area. That could be the difference between making that next step toward your dreams, or still being bogged down with this idea that it's too big, it's too large. And if your dreams are too big and too large, it's probably the right dream. All right, Don, I'm going to hand it back to you, but I think there's so much to be said where mindset is concerned. I'm excited about what you're doing with this conference.
Listen, man, I'm glad you brought up the fact that we are actually going to take a day off. I mean, it is to be renewed spiritually is important. We work way too hard sometimes trying to make a buck where we should be resting. So we're going to work hard on Friday. We're going to work hard on Sunday, but we're going to take a day off in the middle on Saturday and rest and rejuvenate and have and enjoy what God has given to us to enjoy. And that's why it is so important for us to remember all of this is given to us by God, who wants us to prosper and be in good health. This is what it's about, folks. You're thinking about grinding away just to try to make $1 million or $2 or $3, $3 or $4 or $5 million. No, it's not about that. It's about service. It's about taking. It's about being who God intended you to be. And when you do that, you get more to manage. It's never yours in the first place, but you just get more to manage because God can trust you with the more. Okay? So I want God to be able to trust me with everything he wants to give me. And we're going to be there. Listen, just some of the things that are going to be there, folks. We're going to have a VIP experience. If you want the VIP experience, guess what? You can have that and sit down to dinner with the speakers that are going to be there. Oh my goodness. And that is awesome to be able to do that. Saturday night is the VIP experience where you're going to have dinner with the speakers, nobody else but you and the speakers right there. All right. And then you can have their ear. You can ask them questions. You can do all sorts of things. We're also going to have several different we have opportunities for people who want to be sponsors. We have that. All of this is on the website. If you want to be a sponsor, if you want to sponsor this event, you can have that experience as well. And one of the great features of this conference is, after the last speaker, then it kind of dies down and people may shake a few hands and then get ready to leave and to go back home. Nope. We're having a celebratory dinner for all the participants and the speakers at the end. That's how we end. We end with celebration, coming together and networking. It's going to be a fabulous, fabulous event. Jared, what do we have next? Do we need to come up with another example? What do we need?
Yeah, it looks like there's no questions on stage so
There's just
far. If you have a question go ahead.
sorry, Jared. There's just one question, and I know you've answered this before, Don.
Yes.
Israel Jones on Facebook is asking. I know David Hunt has asked this before. In fact, I'm waiting for the program to be launched as well.
Yeah.
But they're saying, do you have an affiliate program for the P.I.L.L method? So I just wanted you to take a moment to explain to people what that might look like, and
Okay.
give us an update on where we are on that.
Let me tell you what this might look like. Okay. Imagine if you are a P.I.L.L method client. Now, the affiliate program, if you have debt, okay, number one, if you have debt, our affiliate program is only open to people who are actually clients. You can't sell something that you're not using. That's number one. Zig Ziglar tells a story, because Zig Ziglar, if you know anything about him, go online and listen to some of his audio and some of his videos. You'll absolutely love him. He was a master salesperson, a master motivator. And he was at the top of his game for years. Nobody outsold Zig. Okay, so Zig comes to this guy, and the guy says, "Zig, can you come over and help me? I'm trying," because at that time Zig was selling cookware. All right, and he was at the top of his game. And there was another guy that he liked, and the guy was trying to sell the cookware. All right, so he comes in over to his house, and Zig looks around and says, "I know exactly why you're having problems selling this cookware." And the guy says, what do you mean?" And he saw Zig looking at his stove. And on there was not the cookware he's selling. That's why you're not at the top of your game, because you're not using and he says, "Well, the cookware, Zig, is kind of expensive and blah, blah, blah." And he just kept on coming with excuse after excuse. And Zig told him, "You know what? When your potential clients say, that cookware is kind of expensive, in your mind, you're saying," you just sit down and say, "You know what? You're right. I think the exact same thing." He says, no matter what you need to do, the first thing you need to do is go out and get that cookware for yourself. And I'm telling you, once he got the cookware, I'm telling you, he didn't sell more than Zig, but I'm telling you, his numbers went way, way up. Because listen, so if you want to be an affiliate with us and you have debt, number one, you have to use the cookware. Okay, that's number two. But think about this. Let's just say you're an affiliate, and you say, "Well, Don, how do we do this?" Do you know that we have over 60 videos that talk about or doing question and answer on this very subject that you could put out on your social media? We have a book that you can use. We have all sorts of content. We have people who have given testimonials. I have television commercials that I've recorded that we're going to give to our affiliates. Can you imagine the affiliates putting that kind of information out there? And then when those people who respond to what they've put out on social media and says, "Listen, I want to know more about what you put out here," they turn over that information to us, and because you turn it over, we will pay you when they become a client. We're going to give you all of the content, all of the verbiage, everything you need to make, I don't know, $500 a month. What would $500 extra a month mean to you? Or $1,000 a month? Or $2,000 a month? $3,000 a month coming in as a result of having content already developed for you. You put out on social media, people come back to you saying, I want to know more about that, then turning it over to our team, which does all of the work, getting them on board, coaching them, doing the presentations, but you get paid because you put somebody else's content out on your social media. Anybody got any questions? What do you think about that, Kurt? What do you think about that as a concept?
And I think Jeremy has a question on stage too.
Come on, Jeremy.
Okay,
It
good.
was
Yeah,
a rhetorical one. I was like, did Iceman just say affiliate? And so, yeah, that's it.
All right, all right. Hey, Kurt, what do you think?
yeah, no, that is absolutely a great way for people to be able to do that. I mean, you can put your own spin on it. You can, I don't know what all would be allowed, Don, but you know, as an affiliate, you could probably do some different things around that. You can, of course, put together your own testimonial,
Yep.
you know, because you bought the cookware, right? You put together your testimonial. You talk about some of the things that it's been able to help you do. You might be able to partner with other pill method clients who don't necessarily want to be affiliates, but they're willing to share their story with you. There's so many different ways that you can do this, and again, a lot of times people feel like, oh well, Don's saying this because it's Don's company, but Don's also a client of his own company. I mean, he's using the same method to do the same thing. So it's not, we're not talking about, you know, something that's, you know, he doesn't take the medicine himself. What he's telling us, what he's sharing with us, is what he's found that's worked for him. And I dare say, most of the people that are on this stage right now, even myself included, we are working with the pill method as well. So yeah,
Kurt, this may sound strange, okay, but I paid for my own product. I paid for it, and I didn't pay the discount price. I paid full price. Okay, and it may sound strange. How do you pay for your own product, and why would you do that? Because when somebody looks at me and says, I need to be able, number one, I need to be able to say the price for our program and not let it get caught in my throat. That's number one. Number two, I need to know what it feels like to pay for something and then receive more value than I actually paid for, instead of giving lip service to something I have not even done.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
so important. And also, I'm coming to you to get some advice because you do some affiliate marketing on your own.
Yes, I do.
Come on.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I'm as a content creator, as a YouTuber. There's so many different things that I use in the course of my day, in the course of my processes with my team as well. And so a lot of those platforms I have affiliate things for. We're using StreamYard right now
Yeah.
for this broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and yes, definitely I am an affiliate for that program. Again, it's one of those things where it's like I'm not only I'm the best kind of affiliate is the person who's actually using the product. The person who's using the product. The
Can I
best kind of affiliate. Yeah.
can I ask you something about that, Kurt? I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen you live. Do you mean when you're putting those products up that you have
Hmm.
and on your show?
Oh
Do
yeah, on
you
Amazon. Yep.
do you mean there people actually pay you to open up products on your show?
Yeah, they do. They
What?
do. They do. They do. They send me products. They send me stuff. They say, "Hey, we like how you looked at that. We love your, you know, the way that." Anyway, there's so many different reasons why they'll do that. But again, you know, the requirement
Yes.
even from Amazon is that you have the product. You can't
Wow.
talk about a product you don't have. You can't put it in the carousel just because it's a hot item right now. But I've never used it. I don't even know if it's any good.
Right.
The whole point is for you to be able to share your experience with product. And some of the companies will send you the thing even if you're going to trash it. I'll just be honest with you,
Right.
because they want you to share your honest experience with the product. And so, I mean, same thing for the pill method as well. I know that, you know, the point of the room is for people to be able to talk about, you know, how to pay off a mortgage in 7 years. But here's the truth. And Jared says this every time we get started.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep this information to yourself. That's just that's it. Full stop. You don't want to keep this information to yourself. The reason why we ask people to share, the reason why we're doing it in this way, in my world, it's called evergreen content. What that means is we're doing this live now, but it is going to be just as fresh, just as relevant to somebody who's never seen it before. So when we go offline in a few minutes here, you can share this with a family member, with a friend. I'm actually in Maryland right now at my sister's house, and we were watching this together, and I'm chatting with her about the concepts and different things. Literally, we are in her brand new house.
Wow.
I'm helping her get everything situated. That's what I'm doing here as a big brother. And so I'm telling her, Kim, this is what you got to do. This is what it's all about. I'm not going to tell my sister something that I wouldn't tell you. And I hope that sparks some interest for the rest of you. We're not asking you guys to share because we want to be popular. There's a difference.
Yes.
We're asking you to share because this information has changed our lives, and we know the impact that it can have on others' lives. I can't remember the lady's name that came through earlier today. Talked about some of the things with you earlier, Don. But I mean, she was able to receive information that will give her the tools to be able to make better decisions. That's all it's really about.
Right. So we got
Hey, Kirk, I would love to jump in real quick, guys.
Yes.
This is Jared speaking. We have about 20 new people in the room that just came in.
Wow.
And they may not know what Don's value is. So, Don, if you could just kind of reset the room, can you just let everybody know what is the P.I.L.L method and why is it so important?
It's important for this reason, Jared. P.I.L.L stands for prepayment of principal, isolating the principal amount, leverage, and liquidity. We developed these four basic financial concepts so people can know that when they borrow money, you are signing a contract to pay a lot of interest. You're signing a contract to pay it. But if you follow the bank's methodology in paying that money back, it is the most inefficient way to pay back money on the face of the planet. And it's only been around for 88 years, since 1934. Okay? So now, here's what we're talking about. How would you like to be able to borrow money at 75% off? How would you like to use the P.I.L.L method as a big old coupon that says, I'm going to borrow my $300,000, my $350,000, or my $400,000 for my house, okay? And if I have it, I'm actually going to put it on my screen here, okay? Let me get over here, and we're going to put that on my screen, and I'm going to put on, let's see, 400,000, all right, at 3%, all right, $400,000 at 3%. We're putting that on the screen, all right, 400,000 at 3% interest. Oh, man, 400,000 at 3% interest. I'd love to get 3%, okay, especially with interest rates rising. But guess what, folks? If you have a $400,000 mortgage at 3%, the bank wants $207,111.20. That's how much interest they want over 30 years. On a 3% mortgage, $400,000, the bank wants 51% of what you borrowed. 3% really means 51%. So here's what I'm talking about. Here's what the P.I.L.L method will do. Did I say P.I.L.L method can teach you how to get borrow the bank's money and get a discount? Use the P.I.L.L method as a big old coupon. So if you have $207,000, okay, $207,000 in interest the bank wants you to pay. Watch this, 207,000. All right. And if we get 75% off, okay, get 75% off, then you could actually buy that house for less than $70,000 in interest without needing more money and without sacrificing your lifestyle. We have people on the show even today. I received this text for everybody that's new. I got a text earlier, and Let's see here. Let me pull up that text. And that text said that he is paying off, it's already saved almost over $150,000 already. And in 2018, and in what was that, in about 2.5 years from now, all the debt, the new cars, everything going to be gone, paid off in that amount of time since 2018, when 9 out of 10 people will never pay off even one mortgage. We have a family coming to talk to us in Nashville that has since 2008 will have paid off 3 mortgages, and the last one is going to be gone in about a year and a half from now. But they're not going to stop there. They're going to keep on acquiring properties, acquiring rental properties, paying them off in 6 or 7 years, and then get more. Take the interest that they would have paid on those properties and invest that money as well. That's what the P.I.L.L method can do, folks. And we have a book by the same name. It's called P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt. And with that book, do you know the reason why we call it a better way to eliminate debt, Jared? It's because of this reason. Every person we've talked to in the past 16 years, every single one has said the same thing. When we found you, we were looking for a better way. See, we only want to talk to people who are looking for a better way. If you are satisfied with what you are doing with your finances, then this is not for you. You're satisfied with what you're already doing, and that's great. Okay? We only want to talk to people who are not satisfied with what they're doing. They're not satisfied with how much interest they're paying. They're not satisfied with the fact that their parents still have a mortgage and their grandparents still have a mortgage. They don't want to have a mortgage when they retire. Okay? We only want to talk to people who are looking for a better way. I promise you, if you're satisfied with what you're doing, we're not trying to talk you out of it. But if you're not satisfied, if you want to do something better, if you want to build generational wealth with the interest money that's no longer going to the bank, if you want to own several properties and not have to sacrifice lifestyle to do it, if you want to borrow your money at 75% off, then the P.I.L.L method is the way to go. Jared, that's it for today. Fastest 2 hours on Clubhouse is here one more time. Let's go and have some quick outros, and we'll hear from Dr. Eric Thomas one more time before we shut it all down.
Absolutely. And I just want to remind everybody that if you do purchase Don's book today by going to ice10klive.com and clicking purchase the book, I just posted in the chat instructions to get a 10K card complimentary once you buy the book. So once you buy the book, you'll screenshot the receipt. You'll go to where it says step 3, get your 10K card, upload the image of the screenshot, and fill out the information you like included in your 10K card so you can get something similar to what Don has at the top. So definitely take advantage of that. So we're going to go with moderator outros from the bottom to the top. The first person we're going to go to is somebody you should absolutely follow on Clubhouse. He is on all the best stages. Giuseppe, please let everybody know who you are, what you do, and how people can get in touch with you.
Before Giuseppe comes in, I have to do a retraction. I made a mistake. I said Trey he started in 2018. He just corrected me by text. He says, no, Don, it was May 2019 we started. And we're going to be done in 2.6 years with all of our debt. All right, Giuseppe, come on, man. Talk to us.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Dan. I'm happy to be here because I'm a real estate investor since 1991. And, yesterday I met my big investor in USA, big investor, Jared. He has a $17 billion of asset between Los Angeles, Miami, New York. And he was a realtor, and he explained in USA how does it work. And if I remember, that's 1992, I was 18 years old. I get my realtor license, and I can use it. I did use it 1 hour per day, the computer, and 1 hour per day a phone. You imagine today you have in your smartphone, you have the world. You can call, you can send email, you can do everything. You can take a research, and people continue to tell it's hard. It's hard what? I start to invest 1997 in Argentina, after India, after Dubai and Brazil. By 2006, when I start to invest in Florida, Jacksonville, I've been flipper since 2006 over 1,000 property. Why? Because in Italy, I had 24 real estate agencies, 2013, last year that I lived in Italy, I had 1,000 employees, several restaurants. I was an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, but I was not happy because the system you have in USA with mortgage, financial system, bank system is perfect. It's magic. What means? In Europe, bank give you the money if you have money. It's ridiculous. Because if I have my money, why I need to ask your money? In USA, everything is magic. Like Don say now, explain how you can use the mortgage to buy the property you live inside, or for investment. It's magic because if you manage the money in the best way, increase your credit score, and you can realize incredible number. And only this year, I'm so very lucky because I start to receive, because I'm immigrant yet. I'm started to receive the mortgage, my first 3 mortgage. In Cleveland, Ohio, I have 3 company, management company, construction company, and cleaning company, over 107 employee, and I can use this room to tell I'm looking for a new position, bookkeeper, secretary, and new crew. And I have over 500 property. How is possible? The mortgage, the private, you have harmony land, private money lender, private bank, traditional bank. If you don't find the money in USA, it's because you don't have a knowledge to understand where you can find the money to start to become a real estate investor. And for this, I love to be here. Okay, and I finish to tell, if you check my TikTok, my Instagram, you can see everything about me. I was long because Jared said that, Don. Back to you, Don.
All right, let's go ahead, Jared.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Giuseppe. And definitely make sure that you check Giuseppe out on Clubhouse. He's on the best stages, crypto rooms, real estate rooms, etc. Definitely check out Giuseppe. Cleo is typically away, but make sure you check out her bio. She's on a lot of great stages as well. Coffee is with her students. But if you check out coffee10k.com, you'll see all the amazing stuff she's up to. And Credit Goddess, are you in the building? The official credit professional of the P.I.L.L method. All right, Credit Goddess might be away with the client as well, but she does amazing rooms on Clubhouse, drops amazing gems. So definitely make sure you're following the Credit Goddess as well. I see 10K Cards is in the building.
Jared, I need to check my birth certificate and see what name is on it, because I do believe you might be having the same family members involved in the whole situation, man. You sound just like 10K Cards minutes ago. Hey, super morning, guys. How are you? Basically, in the background, all of my profiles in this room, I'm actually on rooms networking and raising awareness for the upcoming event that we have in front of us. And what I'm here to tell everyone is this: the events of your life will determine the quality of the results you have in the end. So invest in events that's going to push you forward, that's going to make you better, and most importantly, that's going to make the people around you feel better. And the only way they can feel better is when you become better. So tap into the conference that's coming up on May 20th to 22nd. Go to ice10ktickets.com, grab yourself a copy, invite your friends, share the message, because I'm telling you, next week those tickets will be sold out, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. So with that said, Jared, I'm going to put the mic back over to you and hop back into my 10K in 21-day challenge, where we're going to be helping others to find their way to the conference over there as well. Back to you.
All right, Kenyatta, you're up next.
Hey, Jared, let's put the other link up. Okay, go ahead, Kenyatta. I'm sorry.
That's okay. As always, we appreciate your presence and pray that we've earned the privilege of your time. Again, I am Kenyatta. You can find me at kenyatta10k.com. And I can assist you with finding, financing, cancel the interest so we can get you in yet another property. And I can't wait to meet each of you. Hope to see your face in the place.
My name is Jared Alberton. I run a lot of rooms around tech, crypto, NFTs, metaverse, anything generational wealth building, such as Tom's rooms. You can catch me in. Check out the replays in my bio, as well, on Instagram, as well as on Twitter, where I do a lot of content there as well. And then you can also connect me on LinkedIn. All my contact is available at jared10k.com. And I will be in Nashville May 20th to the 22nd talking about how to have an empowered mindset going into the metaverse. Back to you, Don.
All right. Thank you so much, Jared. Thank you for all the moderators that came to the stage today. And thank you for all of you that came in to the P.I.L.L Method Club and into this room, how to pay off mortgages in 7 years. We are the last thing we're going to do, folks, is just talk about getting the book, get the book, and then get a 10K card that goes along with it. And then Kenyatta, quickly, how can they get, once they get the book, how can they get their 10K card again? One more time. Miss Kenyatta? Uh-oh. She's with a client. All right, folks, what you want to do is get the book and then go to number 3. On the ice10klive.com and upload the screenshot of your receipt. Fill out all the information, including how to send the 10K card back to you, and you'll get a 10K card, a digital card that is worth a $100 value for getting the book. Not only that, folks, but go ahead and fill out the information at get a savings and earnings report. Fill that out, and you'll know the month, day, and year you could be debt free. And last but not least, we are going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, May 20 through the 22nd, a 3-day motivational experience for entrepreneurs. You want to be in that building. It is a 5-star resort and an entire immersive experience. And the keynote speaker is none other than himself, E.T., the hip hop preacher. And E.T. is going to take us out. We're going to hear from him, and then we will see you right back here on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Come on, E.T., bring it home.
This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Your grandma counting on you to do the right thing. Your mama counting on you. Your cousins, your brothers and sisters are counting on you to cash in on this opportunity. Everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. There are kids that don't eat like you eat. They're at the same university. They don't get what you get. But with this right here, your skill set, this thing can take you wherever you want to go and then take your kids wherever you want them to go. You know how many people would die to have the gear y'all got? You know how many people would die to get on these planes and travel the world? You know how many people would die to have your life? And you got it. Let's go. You got money, but do you got that dog? Yeah, you got money, you got privilege, but do you got that dog? Do you got that stamina? So yeah, you might have something I don't have right now, but if I work hard, I can have what you have. I want you to chant it out. This is it. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. 1, 2, 3. Be phenomenal, be forgotten. 1, 2, 3. Be phenomenal, be forgotten. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Be phenomenal, be forgotten.